All right, hello and welcome back. We are about to enter into the Catwalk Caverns after having defended Yvel. We're going to be putting some efforts into making sure that our mage levels go up here, or in the early stages of the next video. The reason for which will be clear later. So we heard from Jaren, I believe, that there is rumors of a secret passage into the Catwalk Caverns in back of Bruno's lodge. So we'll pop back here, and what do we find? But an army of these great orcs. Maybe a battalion? I don't know. Well, let's take care of these guys. Maybe we'll use some actual our own magic as well. Off screen, I went and grabbed some fireball wands just to have them. Alright. Good enough. Okay, let's head down here. There's nothing else in this room, just a quick backstage area. We'll head down to the caverns, where immediately we are met by some new friends. The Cabal warriors, who are not particularly powerful given their rank in this army and how late they are coming out in the game. Alright, let's look around, find any more of these guys. Alright, a few more. I'm also going to try to get everyone, in particular Shel's fighting up just that one last little bit. Hey, there we go. Alright, we can go back to using Valkyrie now. I just wanted to get his level up to boost his overall hit points a little. But let's take these guys down. Oh, not quite enough. There we go. More. Alright, very good. And I think we'll just take a second to rest. Alright, very good. Now, we can do some exploring down here, but I want to just jump right into the room that I'm currently missing. Where is it? There we go. Victor.
Welcome, adventurers. My name is Brando. You have finally passed my tests. Welcome to the army of the Dark Path. I'm certain that you will become my most valuable lieutenants.
I'm not so sure.
Mac, first envoy of the Dark Path. Join us now, and we shall rule eternal.
We shall never join you, my lad. Richard Rouge Gladstone. We would die before we bow to the likes of you.
Throw down your weapons and fight us no longer.
You cannot hope to sway our convictions. We will defeat you here and return the rightful king to his throne. We will defeat you here and return the rightful king to his throne.
Be reasonable, Akshel. Dark army too powerful to beat. Join and become respected like Victor, Imperial Blacksmith.
Honor means more to me than money and titles, Victor.
Then you shall die.
Clearly, Akshel was very strong in his beliefs, enough so that he felt the need to say that twice. Oh, hey. That's rude, Frendor. I'm going to try Spark, since there's only one enemy, and honestly, magic never really seems to hit this guy very hard anyway. Actually has a fairly strong opponent, requires a good bit of work to beat. Generally not much of a struggle, but none of the bosses are exceptionally difficult in this game, so he does stand out for at least causing some trouble. I don't know why I'm avoiding using, there we go, Akshel, I guess just because he's so close to leveling up. I guess we were a little too close, so he dropped all of these items. One of them is Jaren's key, which we will put over here for the time being. This statuette, which we will be using momentarily, and the dark gauntlet. Alright, so if we look around a little bit, we see this sort of niche on the wall, which is where this statuette goes, and that opens up some pathways. Actually, yeah, let's get our magic back first. Alright. So head over to this pathway that was just opened up, and we find a door here that is sealed by 2 keyholes, which obviously we do not currently have, so let's investigate over here. See that there's a button on the wall, which gives us this salve, which admittedly we won't have much use for, but it's always nice to get presents. And I think this is just the, just the command area. There we go. Alright, so finally we have this hand imprint on the wall, and we use the dark gauntlet to open up that, but that is not the only ability the gauntlet has, which we'll show you in a second. So we come up here, oh right, yeah, let's go this way first. And when wielded, the Dark Gauntlet casts a Hand of Fate spell, which admittedly, not going to really make much use of, but at least not in the maybe traditional, I guess you could say, sense, although we will still have a use for it, which we'll see more moving forward. Now, there's a unique enemy type here that actually we just saw, kind of floating. This little spark guy right there. And let's see if he's in range. Doesn't look like it. Very difficult enemy to see, and very difficult... Oh, I didn't realize that they could be trapped by the pits. That's foolish. Gonna pop down here just to fill out the map, but there isn't anything down here of any interest other than these guys. So these tiny little spark guys, and they drain all of your magic and can pretty much only be damaged by magic, which makes them fairly interesting. This is a door that, unless I am very much mistaken, can never be opened. I don't know if it's just something that they decided to give up on, thought they were going to use and then didn't, or they just thought it was interesting or what it was, but it does nothing. Alright, so now we're back in this pit room, and we have to solve sort of a puzzle of sorts by just hitting all of the various buttons. So that moves this pit, that moves this pit. Now we have to deal with this guy. Oh, not quite enough. There we go. That moves that pit, and that moves that pit. Alright. Now we do have to be a little more careful than normal about having magical ability, because we don't want to find ourselves in a situation where... Oh, very good. Alright, so we're going to try and avoid using Oxshell's magic if we can. But we don't want to end up in a situation where we are trapped by those little spark guys and have no magic left. He's up to 193 at 6. It's awfully good. Alright, let's move forward. And this should open that door. That should close it. And that opens that. Alright, let me double check. Good. So we now have to use the gauntlet to open this door. Put back on. And this is a largely meaningless room. There's sort of a puzzle here, but not much of one, and not a lot to do with it. Bring it down here just to show you there's nothing on this floor. It's basically just a place to go to make that pit be an actual puzzle, but there's nothing to it. So what you ultimately have to do, if I can remember it correctly, is put some items down until this stays down. Hit this switch. Oh, this is coming across so odd. Oh, there we go. And then we should be able to step through here. Open this doorway. And that lets us back into this room. So we can collect our stuff and leave. Nothing special about that at all. You can take the other portals and they go to kind of other rooms over here. There's nothing special about it. You just have to find your way out of there. And then get back to the center room and try and find the correct portal out. So I'm not going to bother doing that because it is not interesting. This location, if we go in a kind of southern direction down here, let's see, we'll just try it. Good. So what we want, this chest right here, we will use Shel, who has the best rogue abilities. And we get a couple items. Some are not that great, like the Death Stick, this Ginseng, George's Kite Shield, I believe is going to be an improvement for us. Good. Then we also get Bannon's Reserve, which refills our magic, similar to a salve. This yellow key, which we will need. And the Mist of Doom Scroll, which is the strongest spell in the game. Which Shel in particular will make good use of. A lot of the other guys don't really have enough magic to use it very well or very much. Let's make sure we did everything on here. Good. Now we're going to go up to this kind of northern eastern path up here. And before I actually take this pathway... Did I turn too early? I did. Before we actually take this pathway, I'm going to pause for a moment and save, because there's something here that I'm going to try and do that is relatively easy to mess up. So one moment. Alright, so let's see if we can do a good job here. So we're going to come in and immediately try to find our way down to the southernmost area here, because I think that is the easiest place to work from. And we're going to come here and try to...
Dizzy.
Oops.
Oh,
Good.
I feel dizzy.
We're trying to trap this guy here in this location so we can use this Hand of Fate spell to push this little buzzer guy all the way back. We'll see why shortly. So the fact that he's sort of spun out like that tells us he's trapped in that location. And now I'm going to come in here, I'm going to hit this. Close that behind me, and hide in here for a moment. You can see that this is lit up. I'm going to rest quickly just to get my magic back so I don't get trapped. And then the reason that we are trapping them...
Activate and replicate.
...is because if we can activate all three of these locations, and you can sort of see 1, 2, and 3... then we can put an item in here, just a one-time use, hit this button, and be able to replicate said item, which I want to do. So I have to lure another one of these guys in here. See if we can find one. I believe there are 4 in the area, but if you kill more than 1 or 2, then you're going to end up kind of leaving yourself trapped and unable to complete this. It's not necessary to do, but I like it. You also have to just kind of keep in mind the way that the monsters move, where they're most of the time... Oh, yeah, see, this can happen. Alright, so I'm going to kill 1, and most of the time they will track you. So if you have gone to a location and walked away from it, they'll follow you. And that's going to be the kind of method you have to use to sheepdog them into the location you want. Alright, good. Alright, there's 2. And now this one we want to make sure not to kill. So we're going to back him all the way out. And then make our way around to this 3rd panel. Actually, I think I'm going to go right here. Not certain what that kind of magical sound was. I'm going to make sure that it wasn't them getting released. I don't know if... Okay, so at least one of them got out. Let's check on that. On a equation. Game doesn't quite register correctly, and it may need a second. Unless that thing kind of wandered in on its own and got itself trapped. So I don't see another one left, but it looks like there's one trapped here and one trapped here. But that's okay. It's not truly necessary, and at the very least, you got the idea of how to do it. Usually I don't rest in between, and I just kind of go for it. So maybe that's where the kind of issue came up, but it's fine. I'm not that worried about doing the replicating, so we'll just move forward and come through, just head all the way down here with this gold key that we got from that chest. And come out this way. Get a nice little square. Oh, is it secret wall? Right? Yes. Very good. So then I forget which wall it is.
The key doesn't fit.
Very good. We'll use a gold key on that door, and then we come out here and have to follow the second pathway, the one that we did not take before. Which will be this one. And yeah. I don't really need to wield the Dark Gauntlet anymore, so I'll go back to Valkyrie. Okay. And heading up in this direction, let's take out the Spark guy. Then we'll try to focus on Paulson and Bakata, since they are the ones who we want to get a level 4 still. In both magic and attack. Could do some attacking first. We should have plenty, but I'm going to try not to use... Oh, that's right. So this is the beginning of the spinning tiles, which are rather a nuisance in this area, particularly because they don't really cause any problems. It just kind of wastes your time as you're trying to go through these mostly one-way secret walls. And if you go the wrong way, you end up kind of having to start over. But it's not really much of a punishment. It's not like there's a risk, like you have a ton of extra enemies or something as you get stuck. It just kind of makes you start over. And it usually does so by spinning you right before a wall to kind of point you in the direction or away from the direction you want to go. I think this is the correct way. We'll find out soon enough. But honestly, at this point, we're actually nice. All right, very good. So we won't attack anymore with Bakata. Oh, Paulson's still got a ways to go. Okay. Might be the correct path. Let's just rest quickly. And you still need just a little bit of magic. Very good. Okay. So let's go down this way. Yeah, you can see what I mean by it's really just frustrating, but not actually all that problematic. Try to focus on Paulson here. If I don't quite get close enough, then in between videos, maybe I'll just go down and kill some hornets or orcs down in Oppenwood, just to make sure that we're close enough. It doesn't really matter. Leveling up isn't that important anymore, but I still like it. Let's do a little this, I guess. Oh. So yeah, a lot of the time, if I haven't talked about it yet, if you're kind of trapped in a wall, or at some kind of internal game barrier, it won't really recognize magic spells going out. And that can cause issues like the one we just had, where we cast a spell, or you can try and use a wand, and it doesn't end up really doing anything, which is an annoyance. But we have Shel, so we have plenty of health. Don't really need to worry about it. Is there anything behind us? Oh, there are. Let's kill these guys quickly. Since I think there's more in front of us, we'll try to at least limit our attackers to only being able to hit us from one direction. There we go. You can see our lantern starting to die down. This is the last location where we will need any oil at any point in time. Part of the reason that I am particularly unconcerned about kind of my health taking a hit and having to deal with all these guys is the fact that at any point in time we can just kind of back up and run away, and it's not going to be an issue. So I'm not very worried about the damage we're taking. All right, very good. I think that was actually most of the enemies that we have in this upcoming area. Usually they don't all kind of gather together like that, but it's easier than having to chase them down. So this next area is kind of similar to that previous, I guess we'll call it a puzzle, in the sense that it's not really difficult, it's just kind of frustrating to have to deal with. Yeah, let's do a little of this. Both of you need some magic work. But just a little bit. Some getting your magic level up is more time sensitive. Oh wow, where do all you guys come from at this point? Or Paulson at least. Which again, we will see exactly why soon. Yeah, I'll just leave you there. Again, just having no effect. Well, suppose no game is coded perfectly. Alright, there we go. Oops. There you go. Alright, we'll rest up. Be able to use some magic again, hopefully. And yes, so we just have a bunch of doors that are going to open and they'll close behind you when you step on the various pressure pads, but then they'll also open. It's truly just a silly little maze that isn't really all that important or problematic, provided that you don't accidentally leave before getting what you came for. That's dark enough, I think. Oh, the lantern's actually completely out. So we'll use this, refill. We'll avoid that one for right now. I think that could be the way out, so I just want to make sure. Now let's double check our map. We'll just cover this area quickly, even though I am quite certain this isn't actually where we want to go. Double check again. Very good. All right, I'm gonna head down here. Actually, no, I think that is the door we want to go through. We're gonna go there. So it's just meaningless and frustrating. All right, let's go this way. That should pretty much polish off the map. Check everything out first. Let's do this. Maybe we'll do this. Give it a little bit. see how deadly that is. And there's the key we need. Very good. I used all of Paulson's points, so a 2 used 69 magic points. Shel could do a 4. Not going to do it right now. I want to let Paulson get as much attacking in as he can. We are almost done with this video, so okay, taking our time a little bit. As soon as we need to, we can always just jump back to using Mist of Doom with Shel there. I got tired. Okay. We'll rest up just a little bit quickly. Good enough. Should be everything we need. We got our key. Let's polish off. Sure, why not? Really? Surprised that's not enough. Alright, so you are right on the cusp, and you're very close with both of yours, so we should be good there. And that should be everything for the map in this area. Yeah, sure, let's close this off. Okay, alright. And we can head out. We have our blue key, everything we need. Very good. Alright.
There is no way to pick this lock.
Foolish of me. Great Axe Master. Going to be a very important item for us. When it is wielded, it increases your rogue ability by 1. We will utilize that when we are picking locks or things of that nature. Salve that we're going to sell. Bannon's Reserve. Another Bannon's Reserve. We'll let Paulson deal with this guy. At least I hope we will. Really taking your time, huh, Paulson? There we go. And this small key. And a Guardian, which is an excellent magical attacking weapon. One-time use that does a lot of damage. And alright, let's go to our secret wall. Am I blind? What did I do wrong? Okay, good. We will use our key. And this is where we will end the video. Before we get to our next area, I'll probably go do my standard kind of selling off of things. Maybe I'll just store them and I'll wait till after the next video and do it all as one. But until then, we will see you next time. So hope you enjoyed. Bye.